Hello my dear students, in today's session we are going to discuss on one more topic that is modern trends in a design of electrical machines. Okay, in the previous class we have already discussed on the various design factors and what are the limitations will come across while carrying out the design of an electrical machine also we have discussed, right? So how the designing of the machine it is going to be done, so that only we are going to study now. Okay, see here, so basically the design of an electrical machine, it is going to be considered, it's like both science as well as the art itself. So why it is science? In the sense that because the design of an electrical machines, it is going to be considered as a science, means because it follows universally accepted physical as well as the mathematical principles. Getting my point? So already principles in the sense that suppose if you are going to design a machine like a transformer, if you had consider, means so on which principle it is going to work? Based on the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle or mutual induction as well as the self induction principles. Is it right? So that is why the design of an electrical machine, it is going to be considered as a both a science as well as the art itself. Why it is science? In the sense that because it follows already experimentally verified physical and mathematical principles. Getting my point? So art in the sense that how best we are having the knowledge of such principles and will apply to get the desired machine. Getting my point? Art, it is nothing but the knowledge of those principles, how best we can get the desired machine. Getting my point? So that and one more thing is that here, even by applying already verified, experimentally verified mathematical principles also, we can't get the or those principles also often insufficient to produce the correct as well as the economic design. Getting my point? So then what we have to do? So that is why, so this can be achieved by how? So by making a correct decisions, or else we can say that better understanding of the subject, it is very important here. Getting my point? So basically the design of a electrical machine, it is like what? It involves the various solutions for the many complex problems itself. Getting my point? So because these complexity of the machine design problem, because it is interrelated to each other itself, whether it is to a higher degree or it is to the lesser extent. Getting my point? So that is why, so these problems are very interrelated to each other, whether it is to the higher extent or to the lower extent. So for that purpose, the first requirement, suppose if you are considered as being an electrical design engineer, suppose if you are going to design any electrical machine itself, keep it in mind. So the first thing what an electrical engineer is to consider, the first step of a electrical machine involves what? In the sense that so many the design of electrical machines, it involves the so many number of equations, as well as the number of unknowns will be there, and so many things we need to assume here, so many assumed factors, so many equations, number of unknowns will be there. Is it right? So this is the design of a electrical machine, basically it will be involves. Getting my point? So that is why the design, being an engineer, suppose if you are going to design any electrical machine, machine means the first requirement is to choose the principal constructional scheme. Getting my point? What is the first thing is to you consider yourself as an electrical design engineer itself. As a design engineer, first you need to design a constructional scheme for the any machine itself that should be appropriate to the desired machine performance. So constructional scheme in the sense that what? So for example, transformer, it is there. Transformer, the basic construction of the transformer means either it is a core type transformer or it is the shell type transformer, it is there. For example, if you had considered the induction motor, so based on the rotor construction, there are two types are there. One, it is squirrel cage induction motor, one more is the slip ring induction motor. Is it right? So these constructional scheme, the first thing is to you need to consider the principal constructional scheme. It will be depends upon the what? Machines itself. Getting my point? So, and one more thing is that, and the type of construction and its various machine parts itself. Suppose if you had consider the transformer means it will be consist of a primary winding, secondary winding, core will be there. Is it right? The machine parts, suppose if you had consider the induction motor means there will be a stator part, there will be a rotor part. Is it right? So this is the first requirement of an design of an electrical machine is to choose what? Principal constructional scheme. Getting my point? The first thing, constructional scheme we have to identify or we have to choose it. Second thing here, after this, what we have to choose? The very important requirement is to choose a system for a cooling as well as the ventilation system. What purpose it is? In the previous class we have already discussed that the most of the electrical machines which are of a rotating type itself. The rotating type in the sense that whatever the heat it is going to be generated inside the machine, that should be dissipated to the surrounding itself. Or else if any proper cooling or a ventilation system, if it is not there means what will happen? So due to the increased temperature or due to the huge amount of the heat production inside the machine, the insulation it is going to be gets failed, right? So it is nothing but insulation failure, it is nothing but the damage of a complete your machine itself. So that is why the first thing is choosing of the constructional scheme, and second importance for what we have to give, the proper choosing of a system for the cooling as well as the ventilation. So next thing here, and third important is the choosing of materials for the magnetic system. The magnetic system, because it plays a very important role, because it will provide a path for the flux flow itself. Getting my point? If there is no changes in the flux means, according to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, whenever the flux linking with the conductor changes, then only EMF it is going to be gets induced in the circuit. EMF in the sense that working voltage it is. Getting my point? So next prior importance we have to give for the magnetic system. The magnetic system in the sense that usually the material which we are going to be used, that is ferromagnetic material. So the third thing is that magnetic system we need to consider. So after this, insulating material. Fourth one is the proper choosing of insulating materials. Examples like insulating materials, paper is there, mica, polyvinyl chloride, PVC. So any different insulating materials, choosing of a insulating material also important it is. Next comes to what? Conducting materials. Conducting materials are like what? So winding it is nothing but the conductor itself. Through these windings only the amount of the current will flow. Is it right? So the materials like what? Copper and the aluminium itself. So these are the very important things what we need to consider before starting any design of electrical machines. Getting my point? So once we decide the how much amount of a material required for either it is a conducting material or it is an insulating material or it may be magnetic material, so that how much amount of material required is there, so that calculations we have to do, right? So next thing is to the design of electrical machines, either it is insulation system or cooling, ventilation or any mechanical parts, it involves some empirical formulas. Getting my point? So empirical relationships will be there. So those empirical relationship are the equations. We have to carry out some calculations. How the calculations it is going to be done? The calculations are going to be done are made by, so calculations of which parts? The main dimensions of active parts. The main dimensions of active parts means, suppose if you consider any rotating machine, it will be having stator part as well as the rotor part. The main dimensions of any electrical machines if you had consider means, like one is diameter of the rotor and the diameter of and the length of a rotor. So these are the dimensions. Okay. So first calculations for the main dimension has to be done. After this, the calculation required for the winding details. Winding details in the sense that conductor material requirement. Is it right? So winding details like what? If you are consider the transformer, it will be consist of a primary winding as well as the secondary winding itself. So the winding details like so suppose if you had consider the step up transformer. Step up transformer means the number of terms where it will be maximum N2 will be greater than N1. Is it right? Nothing but step up transformer it is. Step down transformer means N1 is greater than N2. Getting my point? So those winding details, how many number of requirements, how many number of turns will be there, and how much amount of the conducting material is required to design the windings. So that calculation also we need to do. Along with some other parameters also be there. Those also we need to determine. So this is the thing, calculation. Getting my point? So therefore we can say that the machine designer, any electrical machine design engineer, has to be starts with the number of known parameters. First we need to start with the whatever the things or whatever the parameters we are knowing. Getting my point? Like what basic electromagnetic as well as the constructional data. Getting my point? So the basic known parameters like electromagnetic and constructional data, by using the known parameters only we have to start our machine designing. Getting? So that next we can say that the overall design process. So keep it in mind, the overall design process, it's like what? Right from the specification requirements, nothing but standard specification requirements according to the IE rules, Indian electricity rules, those specification requirement to the determination of a machine dimensions. The overall design process, it is like nothing but what? Right from specification requirement to the determination of machine dimensions. Dimensions means which are those? Either it is the diameter of a rotor or the length of a rotor. So is it right? So these are the various dimensions of a machines. Getting? So now the process of design of any electrical machine, it is divided into three major design problems. Suppose if you are going to design any machine, means basically it, while designing a machine, will face some problems itself. So which are those problems? Means first one is electromagnetic design, and the second thing is mechanical design, and the third one is thermal design problems. So these are the three major problems what we are going to be face when we are carrying out any design of electrical machines. Getting my point? Electromagnetic design problem means what is that one? So nothing but the designing of the connection of armature windings or electromagnetic coupling between the windings and the outer rotor part. So nothing but it is a electromagnetic design problems. So mechanical design in the sense that the mechanical design problems means, suppose if the machine is high speed machine, means the bearing should be strong enough, shaft as well as the frames. Is it right? So suppose if it is a lower speed machine, means the bearing, shaft, frame has to be designed carefully. Is it right? So that is why the mechanical design problem also one of the major problem while we face in designing a machine. Then thermal design means, thermal design is obviously insulation requirement. The temperature what it is going to be, the whatever the heat it is going to be generated inside the machine, that should be dissipated to the surrounding itself. Nothing but proper insulation we have to provide. So these are the three design problems what we face while carrying out the design of machines. So that is why what they will do, these three problems are going to be solved separately and the results are going to be combined it later. Getting my point? So till now, next we'll move on to, so next thing is there here, the modern day design. So other aspect is the first thing what we have already discussed about the regarding the calculation and all those things we have discussed. So next other aspect of a modern day design is So in a modern day design of electrical machines is a designing a number of machines. Number of machines means what? Let us consider one example. Generator is there, motor is there, transformer is there. So these all the machines involves what? Part of a electromechanical energy network, because generator means what it will do? It will converts what? Which energy? Mechanical to electrical. Motor is what it will do? It will converts electrical to mechanical energy. Is it right? Transformer, what it will do? It will transpose the energy from one alternating circuit to the another alternating circuit. So all these motors or any machines completely belongs to what? Electromechanical energy network itself. So that is why all the machines we can design it at the same time to make them as a single system itself. Getting my point? So concurrently we can design all the machines. Why we are concurrently carrying out? Because all belongs to the same network. Which network? Electromechanical energy network. So that is why the different machines of such systems are interconnected and react upon each other. That is why the machines of such a system cannot be designed in separately. In isolation we cannot design it, because the all belongs to the same electromechanical energy network. So that is why the design of a machine have to be completed at the same time. So design of a one machine will be depends upon the other itself. So suppose if you make a single system for all the machines means, then what will happen? It will be a bulk system. It will be a huge system. Then what problem will face? Next thing is optimization. Is it right? Optimization is the main problem. So optimization is the main problem what we face here. Optimization, how we can do? How to get the optimal solutions? So how to get the optimal solution? It involves, how to get optimal solutions means it will involve the various iteration process. Iteration process, it is nothing but what? Step by step assumed data, wherein assumed data may have to be varied many times to get the desired design. Where what they are going to do, iteration process means here the values of variables means either it is a voltage, current, frequency, phase angle. Is it right? So these are the variables. We have to nothing but assume it, and we have to step by step we have to check it. It is nothing but a iterative process. Getting my point? So these are the variables we need to change often and often to satisfy both the performance as well as the cost constraints. But how much time it will take for all these calculations? It will take much time, right? So that is why it is clear that the design of an electrical machine, it is an iterative process. It involves the assumed data have to be varied many times to get the desired design, but it will take much time as well as the calculation. It is going to be like what? It involves the very tedious and the hand calculation, and it's like a time consuming process. So in order to avoid that, what they have done, that leads to the application of a digital computer. Getting my point? Digital computer application means one very important tool is there, that is computer aided electrical design, nothing but CAD. So using this CAD tool, so this has completely revolutionized the field of electrical machine design. Getting my point? So that is why, so by making use of this CAD tool, we can avoid, it has a lot of advantages. Like what? Completely it will eliminates the tedious as well as the time consuming hand calculations. So that by, so the designer can invest that time to make some logical ideas to accelerate the design process enormously. So getting my points? So this is all about modern trends in the design of electrical machines. Getting? This is clear to all of you, I think. So thank you.